Same shirt, different time.
Episode 2. Meow boy.
Oh, good. Hello.
What a cat.
Oh, man. Your eyes are as green as a
Fresh
pickled toad.
toad.
Ba 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 ba. I wanna be sedated. She just bit you.
bit me 3 times.
She's a monster.
She truly is.
She's a beautiful, beautiful monster.
She's a little gremlin.
What's up?
Oh, not much. What's going on?
I don't know.
Sometimes I go back and forth between being like, people don't want us to just like jibber jabber at the top of the episode. But then whenever I listen to podcasts and they like are just straight to like the stuff, I'm like, how's your day going?
I always want a jibber jabber. I haven't noticed either. So it is Sunday. This is our second epi of the day. Although we did we did a bonus out, so this is our third epi of the day of recording.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to record this episode, and then another bonus out, and then another full episode, and then another bonus out,
and then another one,
full episode, and then another bonus out, and we do this all for you
and for us. We actually really enjoy recording days. So.
Oh yeah. Just like hanging out in Emily's little home here, eating food. What's really nice and has been like such a joy to me is that through this like social distancing, we live together. So we haven't had to like figure anything out.
No.
We just have like been like, oh, it's fine. We just do our thing, and it's been very nice to not have to remotely record. And I did an episode on a friend of mine's podcast a couple weeks ago, and we did it over the phone, and it was fine, but you could tell we were in different rooms and the sound was different, and I sounded terrible because I kept moving my phone around. Steve sounded great. Anyway, it's been really nice to be together.
Yeah.
During this.
It really has. Do you guys remember Eclipse?
Oh, I do.
That's what we're here for today. Oh, hi. Also, my name is Emily.
My name is Marin.
And this is Remember Twilight. I don't think we did that on the first episode.
We didn't.
Sorry if anyone was very sad about that.
We could still go back
Should
and
we do
change
it one more time today?
No.
Hey guys, you listened to chapter 1 last week. My name is Emily.
And my name is Marin.
And that was Remember Twilight. Nailed it.
Cool.
Chapter 2 is called Evasion.
Oh man. What happened last week?
Oh man, I'll tell you.
A lot of Charlie.
Charlie
Made some bad dinner.
He was like, Bella, you gotta spend some time with Jacob because Billy told me he's very sad.
Charlie, okay, so Charlie went ahead and friggin' grounded Bella for the rest of her life, and Bella was like, no, I still get to see my boyfriend, and Charlie was like, fine, but then it was just like Bella hanging around the house and Edward coming over at exactly 7 o'clock every night, and Charlie was like, I hate everything about this.
Yeah, little did Charlie realize that when he grounded Bella, he actually grounded himself to having to spend time with Edward every day of his life.
Edward sitting on the couch, straight back, arms on side. Well, how about that catch? Imagine these guys watching a baseball game together.
Actually, it was like, I cannot spend another evening talking about baseball with Edward Cullen. Bella, you're ungrounded. Please go somewhere else.
Amazing.
And that's pretty much all that happened last chapter, right?
Yeah. Well, there's crime happening in Seattle, except it's not crime, it's vampires. It's somebody.
I can't combine the word vampire with crime.
It's crampires.
There's some crampire happening in Seattle.
Yes.
That's a problem.
Big problem.
Edward won't let Bella go see Jacob, and she really wants to.
Edward's afraid. He's not a jerk.
He's not a jerk, you guys.
He's afraid. And then he's like, wait a minute. You didn't make the vampires happen? I mean, the werewolves happened? We did? Wait a minute. That's interesting.
I'll go consult my father.
All right.
Okay.
So now.
We're going to school, you guys.
It's the next day.
That's what Bella does. She goes to school.
Go to school, kids.
Sometimes when your vampire sweetheart comes back to the country, your friends are like either super chill about it or super unchill about it.
It's weird, right?
Guess who is in the unchill section of the friends?
Ew, probably that weird-haired girl, Lauren.
Yeah. And the loud one, Jessica. They don't hang out with Bella anymore, which is fine.
So mean, but
Bella's way better off.
Who needs them?
But dear old Angela and Ben are sitting by the Cullens.
Oh my gosh.
Every day at lunch.
Think of Angela. She's so sweet. And she even is like, I'm going to make friends with this weird little girl, Alice, too, because I like Bella. And if Bella likes Edward and Alice, then I like Edward and Alice. Angela's a true friend, guys.
She's so good.
Take a page out of her book.
Oh, yes.
She's good.
Also, Mike, not in the Edward team of
No,
lunch.
not Mike.
So
no, poor
it's
guy.
just those 5.
Yeah, but think of what a fun table that would be.
So fun, except unfortunately, Emmett has graduated, and so him, Rosalie, and Jasper are off to college.
Yeah.
No more sacks of eggs for lunch.
No more. I think I have recently remembered how tall Jasper is.
Very tall.
So no more super tall and super short couple. I miss
Yeah.
that. But it's got to be such a fun table because Edward's so dumb and silly, and Alice always has to be making fun of him.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Alice is also super sweet to the girls.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think of how much better their makeup and clothes look since hanging out with Alice.
Right. It's like me today. I put makeup on for the first time since April. No, it's been longer than that, since February. And I was like, man.
No, you actually did your makeup
Whoa.
for the new moon
That's
viewing,
true.
and I did not. But I put mascara on today, and I walked out of the bathroom, and I was like, I forgot how beautiful my eyes could be. So I think that there's a lot to be said about still taking care of yourself, even when you're kind of at home not doing anything.
Yeah, who would have
Still,
known?
every once in a while. But then I get I'm like, oh man, I'm just going to have to wash it off tonight.
Right.
That's my thing. I'm too lazy to wash my face.
Amen.
Anyway. And then I'm sure Ben's a sweetie.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're dating, if Angela likes you, then you're good. So it's lunchtime, and they're all sitting down. Alice gives Bella a once-over of looking at her jeans and a t-shirt outfit. And Bella's like, I can tell she doesn't approve, but this is my style.
Well, she goes, my indifferent attitude to fashion was a constant thorn in her side. And I'm like, it's a thorn in all of our sides, Bella. All of us.
True.
It's not just Alice. We are all concerned about what you are wearing.
At all times. Since Charlie now wants Bella to have other friends than just Edward, she makes plans to help Angela address her graduation announcements.
I love that kind of a friend date.
Oh yeah, that's a very fun day for me.
Absolutely. Get together and address envelopes. Yes, I'm there. 100%.
I'm so in. And since the news that Bella is no longer grounded comes out, everybody wants to do something to celebrate. Bella tells Alice they have to keep it in the country, which is not what Alice was planning originally.
Where was Alice gonna go?
Paris.
What?
I don't know.
Really weird.
Super weird. Sometimes when you're sitting at lunch and you are a vampire with special powers, you can't really control when they happen.
I know.
And Alice accidentally has a little vision happen at lunch today.
It's I'd rather have this kind of a vision than a headache vision like Cordelia gets.
Oh, that is so true.
But it's scary. It's unnerving because they're just sitting there eating their pizza, and all of a sudden Alice is like, zone out.
Yeah.
And then of course Edward is like, oh my gosh.
So funny that you are daydreaming right now.
Nothing is happening. Weird.
Nope. Bella tries all day long to talk to Edward about what vision Alice had since they just played it off. But Edward has become the most social of butterflies.
Suddenly, he is having other people walk with them to class.
Excuse me?
Never have before. Has
No.
anybody ever dared to walk in the hallway next to Edward Cullen, and now he's just like, I'm gonna walk next to you and talk to you the whole time. People are like, why? I don't like this. After school, Mike is like, there's something wrong with my car, and Edward's like, I'll help you fix it. Can you imagine Mike? No, please.
No, thank you. I would like to leave now. Forever.
Don't like that.
After school, Edward comes over to Bella's house, which is something Bella is nervous about because it's only been mere hours since Charlie lifted her curfew and her restrictions, and so she feels like this is definitely going to push Charlie over the edge.
It's a little nervous because of that, but also think of the last time that Edward came over after school.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Nothing good happened that day.
That's true.
She's gonna have a little titch of a PTSD.
Something bad is gonna happen.
He's coming over after school.
But it's all okay because Edward just does a little distraction kiss. Bella's into it. Edward's into it. Things are good.
I'm into it.
Bella also...
Hot scene. I just wrote hot scene on the top of the page.
Yeah, very hot. I mean, Edward is braiding
hot.
his fingers into her hair.
Even through his sweater. What sweater is he wearing?
His beige turtleneck, of course.
Even through his sweater, his skin was cold enough to make me shiver. It was a shiver of pleasure, of happiness. Stop it.
Okay.
Stop it.
No, don't.
I'm getting a shiver of pleasure.
Bella has an email from her mother.
Oh, hi, Renee. Can we go back to the kissing?
Either that or back to the crossing out of lines, like we did in New Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's reading through her email, and Renee has gone skydiving. And Bella is like...
Renee needs an Edward.
Oh no. I thought Phil was like gonna keep her in line, and then she
Phil
goes
likes
and does
it.
this.
Phil likes it. Phil likes this about Renee.
Mm-hmm.
Phil likes that Renee is a free spirit. He likes that she is independent, and she likes to do her own weird thing. Like, he likes this about her. I think it's cute. They must have I think they must have like a cute relationship.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Okay, so for all of you people who get mad at us when we talk badly about Renee, I'm not gonna like commentary on that right now because we already talked about it a lot. But I just would like to offer you a few phrases.
Yeah, listen carefully to this.
Bella says, I felt a little frustrated with Phil, her husband of almost 2 years, for allowing that one. I would have taken better care of her. I knew her so much better. You have to let them go their own way eventually, I reminded myself. You have to let them have their own life.
Bella.
I'd spent most of my life taking care of Renee, patiently guiding her away from her craziest plans, good-naturedly enduring the ones I couldn't talk her out of. I'd always been indulgent with my mom, amused by her, even a little condescending to her. I was a very different person from my mother, someone thoughtful and cautious, the responsible one, the grown-up. That's how I saw myself.
Okay, Bella, you're not the grown-up.
And you don't have to be.
You're not. These are all beautiful examples of an inappropriate parent-child. I'm sorry, meow boy. I know if you heard the meow, it's because she sat on my coffee, so I'm trying to move my coffee. And then she got mad at me for trying to move it.
Yes, you touched her butt.
You can sit on me. It's fine. But these are very good examples of the inappropriateness of their relationship.
Yes.
Bella should not be the one in charge and taking care of and doing all of that. She's not a parent-child relationship should be that. I mean, you can be friends. Like, I'm best friends with my mom. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't ever have to, like, fill up her car with gas constantly and do her dry cleaning and make sure she wasn't jumping out of airplanes and make sure that everything about her life was taken care of.
Yeah. Just saying.
Just
saying. Anywho.
But she's funny though. During that, she goes, "I couldn't help but think of my mother's most life-altering mistake. Silly and romantic, getting married fresh out of high school to a man she barely knew, then producing me a year later."
Produced her.
I thought that was so funny.
Bella responds to the email.
Ow. I just got attacked. It's because I moved my cord.
Come over here.
Listen, if you don't want to sit on me, it's fine.
She's so particular.
I know. It's okay. It's okay, baby. It really is.
Okay.
All right.
So while Bella is responding to Renee's email, Edward has done a little Dougie Rousseau through the closet.
Poor Edward.
And he finds the trash bag that has all the junk
Okay.
in it.
Okay. However, Edward has been like what? Just in Bella's room every night for weeks upon weeks. He has gone through that before.
Well, so
right?
We know that Bella had a little bit of a fingernail bleed when she was trying to claw it out of the truck.
Right.
So there's definitely dried Bella blood all over that stereo.
Right.
You know he sniffed that out the first night he was back there.
And you know he was like, oh, I have to show her that all of that stuff was under the floorboard. And then he, like any normal being, is going to be curious and go through. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm nosier than most people, but I definitely would have immediately gone through the closet and been like, what is in here? What has she been doing? You know, like, I need to just make sure that whatever happened to her is not that bad. You know he's gone through this before. He's looked through the closet.
He has sniffed every single shirt that Bella owns for sure. Now he's doing his like routine closet sniffs. He's like, why is there a trash bag on the floor? Like, maybe I should take out this garbage for Bella.
Right.
And he looks inside of it and he's like, oh, this isn't garbage.
So then
I'm going to need to talk about this sometime.
He put it back and was like, I will talk about this with her later. And now this is the perfect time.
Because now he needs to distract Bella. So he goes and pulls out the stereo. And he's like,
You killed it.
R.I.P. stereo. I will replace this immediately so that Emmett does not cry. And Bella's like, I mean, I don't really want one, but whatever. And then Edward gets out the airplane tickets. And he's like, also, you forgot about these. And Bella's like, oh yeah, I actually completely forgot about those. Turns out they're expiring soon, and so Edward has the beautiful plan of going to visit Renee for the weekend.
This doesn't have anything to do with the whole weird afternoon they've just had.
Not at all.
Him keeping a secret from her. All of a sudden, let's go to Florida.
No way. Totally unrelated.
Cool.
Bella is a big disagree about this plan, though.
Oh yeah, no.
She's like, that's so dumb. You are going to make Charlie reground me immediately.
But then he goes, Charlie can't keep you from visiting your mother. She still has primary custody. What?
Excuse me?
What?
First of all, Bella has had custody of herself since she was 4. Let's be clear.
Not only that, but they never, like, I guess when things are that amicable and when she's like, I'm a junior in high school, I'm going to go live with my dad. You don't have to, like, go through the legal proceedings to, like, change custody.
Right.
It's so funny to me, this whole thing.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah. And so Bella's like, no, we're not going to do that. And Edward's like, okay, we'll talk about it later. And Bella's like, I just said no.
Okay, but
first of all.
No, she wants to see her mom. It's actually, she's like, I think this is actually not that bad of an idea. Like, I'd like to see her because the last time I saw her was in the hospital and I was about to die. And then she came here and I didn't even remember that she was here because I was catatonic. And she goes, and maybe if she saw how happy I was with Edward, she would tell Charlie to ease up. This is Bella's best plan.
It really is.
Bella.
Yeah, she's not saying, like, no completely. She's saying no for this weekend.
Yeah,
like, that's too fast. We gotta take it slow with Charlie. And then she does ask him about the vision that Alice had. And he's like, oh, that, ha ha ha, simply Jasper might go back to visit his old people, even though he's not planning on it. And Alice is worried about that. And Bella's like, oh, silly me. I turned this completely into something all about me. I was so wrong. I need therapy.
To be honest, she's on the right track, except that she's wrong this time.
Right. I'm like, you're wrong about this, however.
Yeah, this is the first time that she's like, oh, okay, I do this thing, I overreact, I make it about myself. Yes, you do. All of that's right, actually, but this time it is actually about
This time,
you.
We're getting gaslit again. Thank you, Edward Cullen. I would appreciate it if you would stop doing that.
Yes. Please.
Because we'll find out what the real vision was later. To make up for the fact that Edward is over and whatever other guilt Bella is feeling, she decides to make Charlie a very nice dinner.
Okay, so she makes him this really nice dinner, and then he eats 3 helpings. And I'm like, yes, Charlie knows how to eat.
Yeah, she didn't get her eating habits from Charlie.
No.
Very clearly.
My man Charlie.
He does nothing but eat.
He loves it. He's unbuttoning his pants.
Oh, yeah.
Putting his hands back. That was great, Bells.
Yes, so her internship is going very well.
Okay, but this is what he tried to do to her last chapter. Didn't really work.
No.
She knows how to do it. She's like, I'm gonna butter him up.
Oh, yeah?
He's gonna be the biggest, softest marshmallow. It works completely.
Oh, yeah?
It's a charm.
Edward does try to help her make dinner, but he thinks that the, like, raw steak is gross, which doesn't make sense to me.
Edward is like, human food is disgusting. I'm gonna go sit in the living room while you guys cook dinner and eat dinner.
Yes, goodbye.
How awkward could that be?
Edward is literally so awkward. I cannot even begin to explain
sits,
how.
Again, in the chair, back straight, hands on arms for an hour while they cook and eat dinner.
Yeah.
My cheeks hurt.
Those guys. Malfoy is biting the table now.
I think she got a little bit of my coffee.
Cats. Yeah, Charlie's super stoked about the Strogue. He tells Bella it was slow work.
I love me a Strogue, man.
Oh, me too. And that Billy has invited them over for a barbecue this weekend.
Oh, that sounds like so much fun.
Everybody's gonna be there.
I want to go.
I'm concerned that she's just gonna try to destroy everything.
Quick break.
So I'm gonna give her a couple more treats real quick.
Alright.
So they finish eating. Edward comes back in to help Bella do the dishes. And is a very casual mention about the plane tickets.
Poor Bella.
She is so dropping stuff everywhere.
She drops? Why didn't Edward catch it?
Because Charlie would see.
Oh. So he goes, did you know that my parents gave Bella plane tickets for her birthday last year? And Bella just drops a plate. It's covered with soap and water, so it doesn't break, but suds go everywhere around the kitchen, even landing on Charlie's face. But Charlie just sits perfectly still, and he goes, no, I didn't know that, Bella. And I'm like, why didn't Edward catch that plate? But I guess just so that he was like incognito.
Either that, or he actually did like slow it down right before it hit.
Oh, that's why it didn't
stood
break.
Up, and so it just kind of bounced. But neither of them noticed.
Good point. Okay.
So yeah, and Charlie's like, I didn't know that, but Bella, you should totally go see your mom. That sounds like a great idea. I'm sure she would love to see you too. And then he's like, wait a second, you said plane tickets. How many exact tickets are we speaking about here? And Edward's like, well, just one for Bella and one for me. And then Charlie is a big no.
Bella drops another plate.
She does.
But this time just into the sink.
And Charlie's like, nope, you are not going anywhere with him. And she's like, Charlie, would you be mad if it was literally anyone else? And he's like, well, not the girls. And she's like, what about really? Jacob? And he's like, yeah, I would be bothered by that.
Nope.
Liar.
He would not be. And she's kind of mean. She's like, well, if that's how you want it, do you want me to move out tonight? Or can I have a few days to pack? Which, I mean, she's pulling that out again, and she feels guilty about it. She's not wrong, though.
She's not wrong. So Charlie is like, fine. And
then she's like, I'm going to see my mom.
Yeah.
She's as much my parental authority as you.
Not really.
Well, she does have sole custody.
Yes.
What?
So, since Bella is ungrounded, she says, I'm leaving, and I will be back by 10:30, and I don't know where I'm going, but I'll keep it within a 10-mile radius.
Cool.
Yes. Bella flips out on Edward, and he's like, well, I knew that you weren't going to bring it up, so I did. And,
well.
I mean...
I would flip
no, thank
out
you.
on him, too.
I said no, and also I said no again. Remember that? Anywho, they go to the Cullens, and we are very into chess.
I know, it's cute.
Bella watches Alice and Edward play chess. It's very cute because they pretty much just stare at each other.
And then Alice resigns.
Yes, Edward wins the mental chess game.
Really cute.
And then Bella plays with Jasper, and that's the cutest thing I've ever heard.
So sweet. I love Jasper.
It's like, obviously you can't play... I mean, she could play with Edward because he can't read her mind, but...
He's so good at chess, though.
Yeah, it's
He's
not fair.
He's probably much better than Jasper.
True.
Although Jasper is a... I mean, he's an army guy.
Yeah, he's got some strategy skill, for sure.
Yeah, dude. Wait, do you think he I don't think she won. I think he won still.
I think he won, for sure, but...
But he was nicer?
Yeah. He let it drag out a little bit.
Okay.
Afterwards, Edward drops Bella off at home and tells her that Charlie's in an okay mood, he's not mad anymore, and he'll come back after the chief goes to bed.
Oh, I wish I had a sleepover boyfriend in high school. I'm really jealous of Bella right now.
Sleepover boyfriend. Cool.
I kind of did, but I'd always end up going home at like 3 in the morning.
Oh my.
But yeah. I don't know, it's stupid. I don't want my kids to have sleepover, like, partners, but I wanted one. I wish I'd had one.
Are you guys ready for a great scene? Bella comes inside and goes in and talks to Charlie, and then he puts the TV on mute. And if you know the chief...
Unusual action.
He doesn't mute a game.
He has something very important to talk to her about.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that he guesses about the sleepover boyfriend?
I feel like...
Or do you think he just went to their house and boned?
I feel like he's nervous about like a weekend trip because it's a possibility. I don't think he's suspicious about anything currently happening.
Okay.
But he's like, if you guys go away for the weekend together,
you're definitely
like,
gonna. But they're going to Renee's house.
I don't think Renee cares.
No, Renee would be like, here, honey, I'm not like a regular mom. I'm
cool,
like cool
mom.
Just throw condoms out.
Snacks, condoms. Let me know if you need anything. Yes.
Okay, you're right.
So I think he was like, I don't think I'm going to win this fight. Edward and Bella are definitely going to go away for the weekend, and I want to make sure that we have this talk first.
Imagine if Edward... I don't even know anything you just said, because all I could think of was, imagine Edward Cullen wearing a condom and having sex. A condom would just be absolutely shredded. Is that right?
Yeah. It would just disintegrate.
It would disintegrate. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Or it would just
Sorry.
immediately fall. I don't know.
Sorry,
Just fall off
everyone.
immediately.
I apologize.
So he starts the conversation. You and Edward seem pretty serious.
You think? You think I risked my life 4 times already for him and it's not serious?
Uh-huh.
Good observation, Charles.
Uh-huh. Charles. And Bella is just, oh, please no.
Please, no. Charlie, honestly, Bella knows about sex. Okay?
Yes.
Bella had to give Renee the sex talk like 10 years ago.
100 times. He's like, me and Mom already covered this like 10 years ago. And he's like, well, yes, but it's different now. You have a boyfriend.
No.
And she's like, no. Edward is very old-fashioned. And he's like, well, honey. And she's like, no, Dad, I'm a virgin. And he's like, thank
Imagine
God.
having to say that to your dad.
No, thank you.
I'm a virgin. Now I'm going to bed. Goodbye forever.
Yeah. Before she can sneak off, though, he's like, so how's your balancing going?
Oh my gosh.
She's
I
like,
don't want to talk to you anymore.
I have plans with Angela, and I'm leaving immediately before you can get up bananas. Goodbye.
But then this is so gross. So she's like, I haven't really figured that one out about Jake. And he goes, keep trying, Bella. I know you'll do the right thing. You're a good person. Wait, I recognize this.
Hold on.
It's manipulation.
Ah,
I don't like it.
that again.
It feels gross. I felt that my entire life.
Ugh.
You won't do this. You're a good person. Oh, I know you would never do that. You're a good person. And then when somebody finds out that you've done something that they think is bad, there's the, I just never imagined that you would do that kind of a thing. I thought you were a good person. I've had people say that to me so many times. There have been people who I've unfriended on social media who I'm like, please do not put me up on a pedestal.
Yeah.
Don't put anybody on a pedestal because you'll just set yourself up to be disappointed when they let you down.
Right. If you believe that I am a good person, then you'll believe that regardless of how you feel about the choices that I make, they are good for me.
Yes,
And you'll respect that.
I mean, I'm still the same person
Yeah.
that I was before you knew this thing about me.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, and it doesn't change who I am.
Mm-hmm.
So stop it. Don't manipulate people by telling them that they won't do something because they're good. Oh, it's gross.
So gross.
So he wants her to do the right thing because she's a good person. No.
No, if she decides that she needs to stay away from Jacob,
Yeah.
then that is the right decision.
So she goes, nice. If I didn't figure out some way to make things right with Jacob, then I was a bad person. That was below the belt. Yes, it was. And then she just goes, sure. And like, I love this. I remember the first time I read this, I was like, oh, Bella, I love you so much. Because she says sure, exactly the way that Jacob says sure.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, yes.
Super cute.
I love that. I love everything about that. I love that she said it to Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sure. Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I love that she said it in exactly the tone and inflection that Jacob uses.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's great. I love everything about that.
Yes. Bella goes upstairs. Obviously, she's thinking about Jacob because everyone keeps bringing him up. And she considers maybe a late night visit would be fine. She thinks about it for 10 minutes before deciding on it. She grabs her jacket, goes downstairs. Charlie is very supportive of this. And so she heads out to her truck and gets inside, but it won't start.
Edward! This is some bullshit!
Yes, that is perfect use of the filter.
Thank you. Edward!
She gets in the car. She tries to start it. Doesn't turn on. She tries to start it again. Suddenly, go. I almost called him Ghostford. Ghostford's there.
He may as well be right now.
He is very Ghostwardish.
He just sneaks
now.
up and stands right outside of her door.
Oh, he's in the truck with her.
Oh no! Edward! How dare you get in my car like that?
Yeah, he's just sitting
Everybody
there next
turned
to
off
her.
the recording by now. Nobody's listening anymore because I'm being so annoying.
he has part of what I assume is her engine in his hand. And this is where I come back to the fact that they are getting better at communicating, but not better at listening.
Yeah.
Because Edward, in a very calm tone, says to Bella, Alice had a vision. So he's like, Alice had a vision, and, you know, your future just completely disappeared because she can't see the wolves. We don't really know why, but, blah, blah, blah. He starts talking about the theories about why Alice can't see the wolves, and then he finishes with, I'll put your car back together in time for school, in case you'd like to drive yourself.
Yeah.
And instead of arguing with him or whatever, Bella just gets out of the truck and leaves, and he goes, also, if you don't want me to stay the night, just close your window. I'll understand. So it's not like he's yelling at her or she's yelling at him. Like, they're communicating well, but they're just not listening to each other.
Well, and it feels really gross because here she's like, I am a grown woman. I have a friend I want to hang out with. I miss him and I want to be with him, and you're making it so that I can't go be with him. That is just too much. That's crossing the line. And it's, for Edward, it is just about protection, whatever, but to us, it's like, no, this is inappropriate behavior. This is not how you treat your significant other, unless you want to lose them.
They do figure it out, but it takes them a while.
Yeah, and they're very young.
Yes.
I think that this is actually a very common thing with young relationships, with teenagers, because it's like, you're mine, and if you go hang out with that other person, then they're gonna take you or whatever. But it's just that's an insecure young thing to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, they figure it out. It's just gross right now.
Yeah, Edward's being very gross these days.
Yeah.
So she goes upstairs. Charlie's like, what's wrong? And she's like, my truck won't start. And he's like, do you want to take my car? And she's like, what?
Imagine her driving the cruiser. Turn the lights on and just go.
Jacob Black, I need to talk to you.
Oh my gosh.
She goes directly to her bedroom, slams the window shut, sits there and looks at it for a minute before she opens it back up as wide as she can.
Well, she opens it all the way back up, and I'm like, yeah, sure, but close it again, just to be funny.
You know he's still out there.
He's just
watching.
Yeah. I'm so torn because I definitely, me, who I am, I'd have left it open. I mean, I would have closed it and then I would have opened it up again. But I'm like, I just want Bella to close it and leave it closed for the night. But you can't. I just don't think I could have.
Yeah, you can't because you're a teenager. If you're an adult, then one night away to prove a point is
yeah.
too bad.
I mean, definitely now. I would be like, yeah, no.
Listen, that was wrong.
I'm closing and locking every single door and window in my house.
Yeah.
As a teenager, I'd have been like, okay, fine. It's going back up. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's fine. It's going to work out.
It is going to work out. I'm trying to be a very big, like, Edward advocate right now. Because I do love him and I do understand why he's doing things. But don't confuse that for the fact that I think that what he's doing is right.
Yeah, because it's not. It's gross.
Completely wrong.
It's manipulative. It's controlling, and it's yucky. And that's not, I mean, that's like I said, they're very young, and this happens a lot in young people relationships.
Yes.
That's why parents are so scared, because we have the experience to be like, oh no, this is bad, and the kids are just like, no, he loves me. Edward. So anyway, that's chapter 2 of Eclipse.
Yeah. What did we evade? Not much.
Evasion. I don't know. Why was it called Evasion? I don't know why any of these chapters are named anything that they are.
If you had to give chapter 2 a new title, what would you choose?
I don't know. Manipulation.
Yes.
Well, you guys, thanks for remembering Eclipse with us.
I can't believe we're on Eclipse. It's wild. We love you guys very much.
We do. We're in love with you, I think. We'd open the window for you.
We have so many crushes and so many windows to leave open for you guys.
Cool. Thanks for listening and supporting us. If you feel so inclined, come on over to the Patreon page and join us.
Yeah.
Or go over to our Etsy shop and get some merch. We've got some of the most beautiful stickers I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
The cutest shirts that Emily has designed, and it's great.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Join us, follow us, talk to us, send us emails, send us voice messages.
Yes.
Whatever you want.
All is welcome and
Yep. Come hang out with us.
Remember, you guys. And remember, if you don't want your girlfriend to go somewhere, maybe don't pull their truck apart and then sit in the truck and wait for them to get in it and then notice you. Because that is scary and you think you're getting kidnapped.
Good. That was a big remember, but it's an important remember.
Yes.
Cool. Hey.
If you're in that very specific situation, maybe say like, hey, when they get into the truck, and don't just like sit there for like 30 seconds silently.
Listen, if you're Edward Cullen,
That's
you can't help
freaky,
it.
dude.
You're gonna be a creep, no matter what.
Creep's gotta creep. Okay, anywho.
Okay, cool.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
I got a little second burst in there.
Bye. Oop.